Hey, you guys, it's Suzanne A. Wells, and I wanted to take a few minutes to talk to you about this profit calculator. If you're a member of my Facebook group, Stay at Home Moms Selling on eBay, we talk a lot about sales versus profit, showing our numbers, and I know a lot of you out there are first time business owners, or eBay is your first experience with a business, so you may not understand what we're talking about as far as profit, but profit is what you keep after you've paid all the expenses, the cost of your item, your eBay fees, shipping, if you did not charge the customer for shipping, all the costs of selling your item. So when you see people that post their sales numbers, 6,000 in sales, and it's very impressive, um, that means nothing if you don't know what their profit is. Their profit could be zero or negative. They could be losing money. So the first thing you want to look at is start understanding your profit per item. I get a lot of emails and do consulting with sellers who want to increase their profit. The first place to start is to look at your profit per item and try to get that number up. If you do that, you can sell the same amount of items, the same amount of work will result in higher profit. You'll make more money putting in the same amount of time, which is your goal as a business owner, is to maximize your hourly rate. So this is on a site called New Life Auctions. It's a little bit antiquated, but it still works good enough. So what you want to do is go through and you can put in all the information about your listing. So for my case, I have a store, and it's usually free insertion. At this point, eBay is giving us 150 free listings. That may change in the future, but as of this recording, that is what I usually go by. Your PayPal fees are included here, so it is calculating 2.9% plus 30 cents per transaction. Picture hosting is free, so no fees there. Actually, Power Seller should be top rated seller, and we're going to say that's 20% because I'm a top rated seller at this moment, so I can use that. And categories, they've got these broken out because some of these categories have different fee structures. So I'm just going to leave it as all other categories since I mostly do clothing, shoes, and home decor items. Then you're going to go over here and choose your store plan, which mine is basic. And since it's a buy it now, I'm going to put in an example of $30. Shipping and handling charged, I usually charge exactly what the shipping fee is because I use calculated shipping. So we're just going to put in $4 there, and that's going to be a wash. And then item cost, you need to know what you paid for it. If you are shopping in the bins at Goodwill and you buy 50 things and it costs you $25, you need to do the math and assign a cost to each item so you will know what your profit is. If you go to fill a bag sale and you get an entire garbage bag full of stuff for $5, you need to count out the items and divide $5 by that number so that you can figure out your item cost. This is where a lot of people don't want to do the work to figure out what they paid for something, but when you start keeping records and you see that you paid 10 cents for something you sold for $30, that's huge. You need to know that in your business. So in my case, I usually pay about $3 for the things I get at Goodwill. Unfortunately, we don't have the bins here, so everything is just hanging on a rack. So then you can go up here and see your numbers. So in this case, my profit is $23.19. If I sell 200 items a month, that's really going to add up. So this is something you can use to figure out your per item profit. I don't think they have an app. There may be apps for this to use on your phone, which is helpful, but this is how you figure it out. Now, if you don't have any kind of accounting system, that's okay. I do have a spreadsheet on my blog here, and you just go to ebaysellingcoach.blogspot.com and you can click on this banner over here, the eSales bookkeeping spreadsheet, and that will bring up this post that explains what this is. There's a little video. It tracks everything for you so that you can know what your profit is. If you don't want to use this one, great. Don't use it. But from one business owner to another, I really want to encourage you to take the time to keep up with your numbers. So many sellers say, well, I don't know what my profit is. I just look at my sales. Or I have money in my PayPal, so I must be making money. That is a recipe for disaster. If you don't know what you're making, how do you know if you're making anything? You might be doing all this work and spending all this money on inventory, spending all this time listing these items and making nothing. If you don't know what you're making, you don't have a benchmark to grow from. So nobody likes to do this. Bookkeeping is like the kiss of death. Nobody likes it. But, small businesses fail all the time because people don't pay attention to the numbers. So I just want to encourage you to, look at this calculator, run some numbers through that, get some kind of bookkeeping system set up so that you can look at what you're doing now, because if you don't know where you are now, you can't know where to get to the next step or how to get there. So that's my lecture for the day. I just feel bad when people talk about sales and they don't talk about profit, and then they just say they don't have time to keep up with it. Well, you need to have time if you want your business to succeed, and if you don't know what you're doing now, you can't improve it. So I hope that helps you, and try to get some bookkeeping systems in place. Thanks for watching.